morning, this is Bob Mason from FX Empire and welcome to the daily crypto tech review of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin and Ripple's XRP. We're looking at the MACDs, the moving averages, today's support, resistance and pivot levels and the Fibonacci's. It is Saturday the 11th of September. Jumping straight into Bitcoin against US dollar, looking at the hourly candlesticks, positive start to the day. Going to need to see Bitcoin move through the pivot at 45,350. Take a run at the first major resistance level of 46,546. We'll need plenty of support from the broader market for Bitcoin to break back through to 46,000 levels. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and yesterday's high at 47,044 to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Bitcoin target 50,000 levels before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 48,239. Failure to move through the pivot will bring the first major support level of 43,657 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Bitcoin should avoid the 38.2% fib of 41,592. Second major support level of 42,461 should limit the downside. Looking at the MACDs, marked narrowing of the bearish histograms at the turn of the day, coming off the back of yesterday's late recovery and this morning's gain, so look out for a bullish cross there. On the EMAs, that's still a bearish signal, however, with the 50 pulling further back from the 100 and the 200, suggesting further downside ahead. So key would be to move through the pivot at 45,350 and back through to 46,000 levels, bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that, and support levels will be in play. Moving across Ethereum against US dollar, relatively bullish start to the day. Going to need to see Ethereum move through the pivot at 3289 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 3435. We'll need plenty of support to break back through the 23.6% fib at 3369 and move back through to 3400 levels, however. Barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Ethereum target 3400 levels before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 3661. Failure to move through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 3064 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ethereum should avoid sub 3000 levels and the second major support level at 2917. Looking at the MACDs, narrowing of the bearish histograms at the turn of the day, coming off the back of yesterday's late recovery and morning gains, so look out for a bullish cross there. EMAs still bearish signal, however, with the 50 pulling back from the 100 and the 200, suggesting further downside ahead. So key would be to move through the pivot at 3289 and break through the 23.6% fib to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that and support levels will be in play. Across to Ethereum against US dollar, positive start. Going to need to see Ethereum move through the 23.6% fib and pivot both at 178 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 184. Support is going to be needed for Litecoin to break back through to 180s. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level in yesterday's high at 187.38 to cap any upside. In the event of a breakout, should see Litecoin target 200 levels before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 194. Failure to move through the 23.6% fib and pivot will bring the first major support level 168 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Litecoin should avoid the second major support level at 161. Looking at the MACDs, similar trend, narrowing of the bearish histogram, so look out for a bullish cross. On the EMAs, also a bearish signal, however, so seeing the 50 pull back from the 100 and the 200, suggesting further downside ahead. So key would be to move through the 23.6% fib and pivot at 178 and back through to 180s to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that, support levels will be in play. Finally, looking at Ripple's XRP against US dollar, positive start. Going to need to Ripple's XRP move through the pivot at 1.1105 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 1.1904. We'll need plenty of support from the broader market for Ripple's XRP to break back through to 1.1s, however. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and yesterday's high at 1.24499 to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Ripple's XRP target 1.3s before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 1.3249. Failure to move through the pivot would bring the 38.2% fib at 1.0659 and the first major support level at 0.9760 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, however, Ripple's XRP should avoid sub 0.9s. Second major support level sits at 0.8961. Looking at the MACDs, narrowing of the bearish histograms at the turn of the day, coming off the back of yesterday's and this morning's gains, late gains. On the EMAs, however, that's still a bearish signal with the 50 pulling back from the 100 and the 200, suggesting further downside ahead. So key would be to move through the pivot at 1.1105 to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that and support levels will come into play.